Hello everyone and welcome to QuicksaveTV. It's finally here. I'm actually one day late and I really apologize for that. This is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. We're gonna go ahead and play it, start a new game and just start playing on the patch 1.1. Because since I'm a day late, I at least will have the software up to the point. For some reason, I have this stupid static with my voice. I apologize for that because when I installed the game, I had problem with the audio. I had some static. For some reason, I had to change the drivers for the audio, my audio card, and it appears that the quality, let's say, fallen with that. I apologize for that, but at least I'm gonna be able to bring you the game. I am covered with wires right now because I forgot to charge my cell phone, which I need for the timer, because I still need to cut it on pieces of 20 minutes each. I just gonna hope you enjoy it. I'm hoping you're gonna enjoy it with me. You probably already watched it from someone else, the starting of the Elder Scrolls V, not to mention all the limitless leakages from Xbox 360 and PC before 11.11.11. You all know what I'm talking about. Don't have to turn away your dirty noses. I know you've been poking to that because I did also. I just couldn't wait for the game. And yeah, now that it's finally out, we have a chance to properly play it. I hope the frame rate will be stable. It's not the highest, it's without vertical sync, but it's on fairly high settings. It seems to be alright, 30 FPS. I will just try to make it more interesting by adding my own commentary to that, by relying on the experience. Excuse me, from the Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion, and the Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind, which I didn't have the limitless amount, but a little bit.
Hey, you. Finally awake. You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into that Imperial ambush, same as us. And that thief over there.
Damn you Stormcloaks. Skyrim was fine until you came along. Empire was nice and lazy. If they hadn't been looking for you, could have stolen that horse and been halfway to Hammerfell. You there, you and me, we shouldn't be here. It's these Stormcloaks the Empire wants.
Of course, you always need someone to blame, right?
We're all brothers and sisters in
As you
vines
already
now.
probably understand, we are appearing in Skyrim 200 years after the events of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and we managed to appear in exactly the moment when the civil war is raging in Skyrim. We have two major organizations which are fighting for the dominance. We have the Stormcloaks, which consider themselves the true patriotic Nords, which fight with, how do you call them, with Imperials. Imperials are basically everyone who supports Imperials and the Imperials themselves, the people of Cyrodiil. They want to re-establish control here. They believe that the Stormcloak, what's his name, Edgar Stormcloak? Anyway, the Mr. Stormcloak, he murdered the king, the current king, and he usurped the power. Now we are going to the military camp, military fortress, with two Stormcloaks in the same carriage, with two Stormcloaks and a thief.
General Tully is the military governor. And it looks like the Thalmor are with him. Damn elves. I bet they had something to do with this. This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making that mead with juniper berries mixed in. Funny. When I was a boy, imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
Go inside.
Why? I want to watch the soldiers.
Inside the house. Now.
I have the subtitles on. You should be able to enjoy all the dialogues inside the game. I'll attempt to sort of like speedrun through the training. Not exactly speedrun, just try to make it faster, because when I played it myself, yes, indeed, I played the game beforehand, it took me an hour and a half, just because I was really afraid that I would miss anything, and I didn't want it to miss anything, so I was just exploring every little bit.
Face your death with some courage, thief.
You've got to tell them, we weren't with you. This is a mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
It has been an honor, Jarl Ulfric.
So Ulfric, they're actually just making a list to execute us. They just want to be done with us, especially with Ulrich, because he's leader of the Stormcloaks. They believe that the rebellion will stop if they kill him. Lockyer feels that he shouldn't be here and he attempts to run away. However, it doesn't really work well because Imperials are good marksmen.
You then, step forward. Who are you?
It appears they cannot find me on the list of their own, and they just ask me, who might I be? I'm just gonna go ahead and create something similar with what I had when I was playing the game myself. Gotta share stuff whenever I can, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and create my preset, share my preset. Dirt color, like this, scars. War paint. Let's select this one. Let's select the bloody red. Let's select the gigantic nose because it's fun. Because it somehow resembles my own. Not a lot, but yeah. It just looks funny. Not funny, it looks wicked. I like it. We're gonna leave all this stuff as not important. Just forget about it. Eyes. Let's go ahead and select the shape. Select very tiny eyes. Which ones? Which ones? Let's go ahead and select. I don't really know. This ones, I guess. Color. Let's just select this one. That's my favorite. Some kind. It's like brown. It's like brown and exploding green. It's very interesting. Very beautiful. Let's go ahead and continue towards the brows. Brow type. Yes. Which ones? This one's very good. Brow height, brow width, brow. Mouth. Mouth shape. Mouth. Olive color. Yes. Little like this. Okay. Hair. Hair. Let's select. I just like this hairstyle. This one. Very beautiful, I think. Let's go ahead and select facial hair. Oh, what am I just saying? Okay. And select this one. Okay, now hair color. Dark. Dark. Not black, but kinda like black. Okay, we're gonna call him Mike Pushkin. Of course, you... Oof, why don't we just call him a role-playing name? I mean, since we're playing a role-playing game, Mike of Athens. We're gonna call him Athens. Continue like this. Because Nords in general, when they introduce themselves, they sometimes refer to the name of the village or a city which they come from. So they would say something like, let's say your name is Mark. They would say something like, Mark of...
I'm sorry. At least
of what? Of which village? Not so many villages nowadays. A lot of villages, but cities are dominant. I mean, when we talk about countries. Let's just say Mark of Moscow, or Mark of Athens, or Mark of New York, right? So you don't only represent yourself, you also represent your village. So sometimes it will speak of your reputation.
Doesn't use a power like the voice to murder his king and usurp his throne. You started this war, plunged Skyrim into chaos, and now the Empire is going to put you down and restore the peace.
What was it?
It's nothing. Carry on.
Yes, General Tullius. Give them their last rites.
As we commend your souls to Aetherius, blessings of the 8 divines upon you.
For the love of Talos.
Notice how they talk about 8 divines now. As far as I understood within the game, the Talos has been banned from worshipping and is not considered a part of the 9 divines. Now there's only 8 divines. I don't know the reasoning behind that, but I would like to explore it with you. As we play, just right now, the playthrough, as it is. I would also like to cover various books inside the game. I think it would be interesting. I don't know how interesting it would be to listen to me talking about a murdered person right in front of us. But the books in general, in Morrowind, in Oblivion, now in Skyrim, they will play a major role. They played and they will play a major role of the storytelling and understanding what's happening in the world.
Ignored in the rags.
You're so eager to kill me, right? You just cannot wait for that.
There it is again. Did you hear that?
I said next prisoner.
To the block, prisoner. Nice and easy.
Not much I can do with my hands tied.
What in oblivion is that?
Sentries. What do you see?
It's in the clouds.
It is in the clouds. It is a dragon. You couldn't have come in a better moment. You see the dragon uses the voice to summon lightning, and they using the overall panic. They're just gonna go ahead and escape. No point to sit around. This is gonna be a little introduction in the game, during which we have the introduction of the basic controls in the game.
What is that thing? Could the legends be true?
Legends don't burn down villages.
Sipping my coffee when I have a moment. So we're just gonna go ahead and escape
Let's go!
using the overall panic of what's happening right now.
You have to carry this one on our back.
Quickly.
You just need to...
As you see, dragons are not really concerned with the stone walls. Consider the size of the creature.
See the inn on the other side. Jump through the roof and keep going. Go! Follow when we can. Abby, you need to get over here. Now!
Using a moment, I'll just set the settings of gameplay to the basic difficulty of Adept, the middle difficulty.
Attaboy, you're doing
So
great.
the playthrough won't be really tedious or exploitable, exploiting, you know. Because myself, I was playing on Master, on the highest difficulty, and sometimes it takes a while to deal with the situations. I don't want you
God's guide you,
to be forced to watch all these things when you really don't need to. That's really no point. Of course, you should yourself, if you can afford that and you want a challenge, you should play on the Master because the challenge will be really, really high. It's really, really interesting to play like that because even the basic bandits, even simple bandits, can become the roughest nemesis for you because of the difficulty presented. On the normal difficulty, of course, you will just have an average, you know, no challenge to average challenge, or you can also put down the difficulty level, lower it to the lowest, just for the people who don't want any challenge, just want to experience a storyline.
I hope that dragon takes you all the sovereign guard.
You, come on! Into the keep! It just keeps coming! With me,
Okay, let's just enter it. Most of the loading screens in the game else show an object or a person with some hints, and they usually show the level of yours. So right now we're starting with level 1. We have no experience whatsoever, and it's just the basic thing. Notice how compared to the Oblivion, as the game starts, you don't select much of the things, just select your appearance. That's pretty much all you select for the remainder of the game, because Skyrim follows this idea, even deeper than Oblivion, that you should be what you are, what you do. So as you gain experience in this or another art or trade, you will get better. There's no, you cannot get good at something without doing it. It's very simple. What a gigantic shadow.
We'll meet again in Solidguard, brother. Looks like we're the only ones who made it. That thing was a dragon. No doubt. Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off. There you go. May as well take Gunjar's gear. He won't be needing it anymore.
You can notice the interface changed quite a lot compared to Oblivion, and you're gonna notice a lot in my videos and playthroughs. Like right now, I'm gonna dance with my left hand on the keyboard quite a lot compared to other games. I mean, now I found it very comfortable for myself to use keyboard very actively instead of a mouse. So when I'm in menus, I usually don't use the mouse all that much. It's very comfortable for me. It might not be so comfortable for you. It's not very important how you do that. I'm just saying that it became possible to ram through the menus, to travel through menus very quick using your keyboard. There is a debatable change, whether it is good, whether it's bad. However, I wouldn't say that it's like ultimately bad. It might be not comfortable for some people, but it's not that it's really bad or something. We're just gonna hit the Imperial Captain. She's been an ass to us. We have no reason to be polite and kind to her. That was right. That was one of the finishing moves we can see inside the game. There are several types of the finishing moves. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the light armor again. I really don't know. I tried the light armor before that. On the highest difficulty, I'd argue that it doesn't defend you all that much. You don't feel really protected. And you don't rely on your armor quite a lot. I think I'm gonna play the rogue character, but this time I'm gonna play rogue melee. Unlike the previous time I played rogue ranger, rogue archer. It was very satisfactory. It was very satisfying, very interesting. However, there were several minuses, of course. When you play on highest difficulty, you have got to understand that you have to use your character's ability to the max, right? As much as you can, you should use them, because if you don't, you will die very, very soon. Because what's going to end up happening is you're not going to be able to defend yourself properly, you're not going to be able to kill things fast enough, you're not going to be able to do this and that, you won't have enough healing potions or money, and any of these reasons will become the reason of your devastation, of you not being able to progress freely through the game. So now we just equip the Imperial light armor, which I think looks really pretty, but I don't like this style of armor very much. It seems it was heavily inspired by Roman Empire, old Roman Empire. I'm not trying to say that it's bad. Some people will like the design of it. I'm just saying that I personally, I don't really like it. I don't really like the mindset behind it. But it's not for me to judge. We're not going to talk here about design, because design obviously is not something you can just say, oh, it's bad or it's good. It's, you know, it's a matter of taste. Wow. So yes. Dragon became restless and he just collapsed this part of the wall on top of our heads. We're just gonna go ahead and continue.
Grab everything important and let's move. Dragon's burning everything to the ground.
I just need to gather some more potions.
The prisoners.
Well, that's actually my alarm. We're just gonna go ahead and pause at this point and continue in the part 2. Stay tuned, don't switch the channel.